Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everyone? Good evening. Good evening. Oh, look at J-Lo in that red just popping out on my screen. Yellow's still your color. You know that though, right? Clearly yellow is your color, but
I know, I
you can't
know.
wear yellow every day. I get it. I get it. I get it. Get it. Hello, everyone. Good to see you guys. Thanks for jumping in. Thank you guys for having your cameras on. This is awesome. I know some of you are like, I can't put my camera on. It's too distracting. Listen, unless you're eating food or you're in the bathroom, put your camera on. I don't care. I have this thing about eating food, so just my little personal tick. Um,
I'm
but
eating food. I'm eating dinner and my camera's on. Sorry.
I know, and you drive me crazy when you do that, but I love
I
you.
know.
I
I know.
absolutely love you.
I'll chew
You,
quietly.
you guys, my name is Brandon Cunningham. If you are a guest coming in here, welcome. You are looking at a group of entrepreneurs from literally all over the world because I see Miss Lisa jumped in and her looks like yellow. There she is, Miss Lisa Callback. She guys is in Australia, WA. Western Australia, and there might be some more in the chat. Why don't you guys tell me in the chat, maybe type where you're from, especially if you're a guest, you can kind of see how diverse our group is. We're from all over, all different ages. Our purpose is to move families forward. That's why we are here. We have chosen to partner with a publicly traded company. LifeVantage is the name of that company. That company holds the rights to an exclusive product line that they have to themselves with the patents that are absolutely mind-blowing products. And you'll hear maybe tonight some of those stories about the products we like to share here in the huddle. Product stories, product wins, business wins. And we'll do a little bit of training here as well. But most of all, if you're a guest and you were invited here, we wanted you to just kind of be a fly on the wall and look at the culture, look at what we do. I believe if you put yourself with the right group of people, even if you don't know everything, somehow things start to work out better in your favor with the right group of people. I believe this is a really cool group of people. So we also start these calls out each week with what we call the wins, WINS, wins like I'm winning, um, the wins for the week. And we do this because I ask my group here to focus on the good things that are happening in their life, not the negative things. Every one of us have negative things. I'll tell you a little negative that drove me crazy. I'll tell you some wins. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I drove 90 minutes to go see a physician and they would not see me. One way, 3 hours lost. I could focus on that. I chose not to focus on that. I came back in here and we got after it today. And we've had some great positive things happen this week. But I want to open it up to you guys to share your wins for the week. Would anyone like to go? Oh, I bet I know this is a good one. Jared and Amber, I know what they're about to say. Let's hear it though. The group needs to hear.
Hello, hello. So we got home 11:30 yesterday morning after a red eye. And by 2:30 we had somebody sitting in our kitchen island signing up to be a consultant.
Okay, so did you guys set that's awesome. You guys give them some love in the chat. Did you guys set that up texting ahead of time? Like how did that meeting come together?
I had a guy that I've been working with, a friend of mine that I've been working with has been kicking the product around, but he came to my bundles and burgers and he hadn't ordered yet, but he showed a little bit of interest in the business and he's young, single dad and so he'd been kicking it around for the last month and a half, and we've been chatting. But on my way home, I just challenged myself to just reach out to four or five people that I had conversations going with, and just kind of step it up a little bit. And I just told myself, I said, I'm going to get somebody to hang out with me this afternoon because you leave an event like that, and I'm on fire.
Yeah.
And it anyhow it lined it up, and we got him at the island, and yeah, he locked arms with us. But I just went on the pursuit, and it was fun. It was comfortable. He's super excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Fantastic. Congratulations, guys. That's a big win. A new business partner. I will tell you guys that you cannot there's one person that joined my organization years and years and years ago, and my family has benefited seven figures from that one yes. That could be what was at your island this weekend. Seven figures of income from one yes, guys. You never know. Okay. Mr. Mike Weingartner, how you doing, Mike?
How you doing, everybody? Um, so to follow on the theme of ask for something that you don't get. So as I was telling you, I had a tight connection coming back. Well, first off, one win was being in Vegas. Amazing event, seeing everybody. And I made it home. So I had a tight connection. So I had to ask, I said, hey, listen, can you move me up to the front of the plane so I could get off quicker to make I had like a 40-minute connection. And they put me in the exit row, extra leg room. That was a big win for me.
I love it. I love it. And some of you guys, you listen, this is what I've taught the team to do is it sounds kind of like small things, but it's the habit of getting into getting what you want. Okay? It's the habit of having people that want to serve you and help you out by the way you position it, the way you treat them, being a good human being. I'm sure Mike didn't go up there and say, hey, move me to another seat. No, Mike smiled. He used his abilities, right? And this is what we need for you guys to have control of your future. We need to either you use your abilities or learn the abilities and then use them. Okay. So congrats to you, Mike.
Yeah,
He's got,
first thing I said was, hey, how's your day going? With a big smile and just buttering them up like that.
course, of course. Well done. Well done. Let's see. Lori and Brad, I'd love for you guys to share a win for the week.
There you go. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. I mean, first of all, I want to give credit to the Lord, man. I tell you, He has just been the first thing we put first every morning, and just watching the last 2 years unfold has just been a ride. But right here is a big win right here. I don't know if you can see this.
Got that right there. Here, I'll get it.
She's got it for me.
Nope.
Hang on.
We are.
There it is, right there,
Ah,
right there. That was the big win. Thank you, honey. But being able to be a part of what we were a part of this weekend, I mean, the one thing I would say is it was lit. The energy that we came back from Vegas with, and we're in Arizona right now because we're having a little vacation time together. But in that whole time, we've just made two contacts with people that we've been working on before the conference and got two confirmations that they'd like to be consultants. So
that's awesome.
it's huge. I mean, one guy works with me and another person is a patient of mine, and she actually was wanting to find something different in her life to be able to be meaningful. And I shared with her, and it was just the last 24 hours, they've had two confirmations on them coming to May 8th to see you, and then hear you talk and to hear more about the business and putting the business first. So it was great.
And then for me, I just the whole conference was amazing, and just the key takeaway was just that we complicate it, how simple it is, and we pushed for that 5. So we got a net freedom 5. And I think that's what gave us the energy and pushed us over. It's great. We ended up bringing a consultant with us to Vegas, and Alyssa was accompanying her, and she is signing up as a consultant as well. So
Awesome.
we've had just like one win after another.
That's awesome. I'm super proud of you guys for sure. You got something got something to add?
Just one thing, just that whole breakthrough about self-doubt and fear that we've had, and then also excuses, to be able to break through that and to realize that anybody can do this. Everybody that's on this Zoom call to listen to what Brandon is laying down and put it to work, put it to practice, and the team around you that you develop is fantastic.
Awesome. Well, congratulations for getting in the Freedom Five. That's the pin they held up, guys. We gave them some pins. The pins are just a small token of what the actual accomplishment is. And that Freedom Five is like step two in our system of success. So, congratulations. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys do here from the next couple months because I know you're on the right track. I know you're on the right track. Um, let's last one of the wins. Let's go to Kyla. I'd love to hear what she's got to share before we jump into our content.
Thanks, Brandon. I just wanted to say I was not in Vegas and it's not good, but my FOMO was so high, guys. I'm so sad I missed out on that, but family's supposed to be first, and I don't know, it's competing with this company because my sister's getting married and she has her had her bridal shower on Saturday, and I was thinking about you guys the entire time. I'm like, oh, I know I'm missing out, and I feel so sad about that. I love you, sister, but this is a real deal for me. So just saying that.
Yeah.
It took a lot of strength for me to say, I am going to stay here, my sister. Just that's my win. Okay. I did
There you
that.
go. Well,
My win.
balance, right? Everything in balance, everything in balance. I will tell you guys, for those that maybe think that, maybe you hear some of the trainings we do talk a lot about money, but it's because it's really hard to move. Guys, would you agree that it's really hard to move your family forward in debt, drowning debt? Is it hard to move your family if you're in really a lot of debt? So is it okay if I help you make some money? Like, is it okay? And it should be okay if I help you make a lot of money because then you can decide what to do with the money. Charities, whatever you want to do with it, right? But Lynette and I have always had three priorities that come before LifeVantage. It's or two, our faith and our family, and then it's LifeVantage. The LifeVantage comes before fishing, and it comes before all the other things that we like to do, right? But we keep things in balance. All right. I would like before we go to the product story. I see Jen's on here. I'd like to have Jen Bridges share with us. She was with us in Vegas. It was her first event. We're going to talk a little bit about the event to close this thing up. But I always like for people to hear from the voice of the newest people at the events. So she probably came in not knowing, well, you tell us, Jen, like you tell us kind of like what your expectations were, but what did you really see?
So I'm on, right? I think I
Yep,
turned
you're
it
good. We
on.
can hear you.
Okay, good. I honestly didn't know what to expect. I've gone on maybe a month of being involved and I've been to a few Zoom meetings. Never had my video on because it's scary.
You look
Even though
amazing. You look
I
amazing.
thank you. With work, I see people every day, but it's different because those are my customers. So I just feel like that's much different. I chose to go, and honestly, I think it was an amazing event. There's so many opportunities. Everybody was very helpful. I really feel like I was scared that I was different than everybody else. That was my biggest thing. But even the first day, or honestly, even the first 10 minutes when we got there and I registered, I met four people and danced and got my video taken. I mean, I would never have done that, really. And then speaking at the end in front of everybody, I wouldn't have done that either. But it's been amazing. You guys are like a whole nother family, and I actually say everybody should go to an event if they can right away because it's amazing.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to have you a part of the group. Glad you spoke at the event.
Mhm.
And we're happy to have you a part of this thing. I think some big things are ahead for you, especially because you've been able to get to the event like that so early in the business for you. Because I think now
Yeah,
you kind of see what's there. You kind of see the magnitude of what's in
I
front of you.
do. Definitely see it for sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for sharing your wins. That's great wins for the week. And for those that didn't share, you guys, I'm serious about this. And don't underestimate the small wins. I told you guys one of the things I feel best about is getting a free car wash the other day. Like I don't normally do that. I just drive by and like I'll pay later. I'm like, you know what? No, I need to practice my sales abilities. And so write down the good things that happened during the day. We know bad things are going to happen. I don't want to hear the bad things, and you don't need to be thinking about. And guess what? Most people don't want to hear your bad things either. Share the good stuff. Okay. Document the good stuff. People want positive people in their life. They don't, you guys, do you guys like hanging around negative people? Like, you guys know who they are in your life, right? Do you like, hey, there's that negative Mike. Let's go. Can we have dinner with negative Mike? Can you call him up? I want to go sit down with him for 2 hours and let him complain. No, it's not the way it works, guys. We want to be around people that bring energy, that are fun, right? So do people want to be around people like that. You guys are in a people business. They will buy into you before they buy into your invite. They will buy into you before they buy into your invite, your product, or your opportunity. Okay. All right, let's go. Just a easier segue here. We're going to share a product story. I want Jared to share his product story tonight. But since we're talking about the event, we've got some very experienced people here that have been to lots of events. Tori, I know you're on here and you've been to almost as many as I've been to with LifeVantage. But will you share some takeaways for you, please?
Sure, after 16 years, I can't tell you how many events that's been, but I only missed one out of those 16 years. That's because I had a major shoulder surgery. So, yeah, events are truly a game changer. This one, it was called Breakthrough. That was the whole theme of the whole event. But I will tell you, something's different with me after this event. I had quite a few breakthroughs, and I don't know. I met up with someone in the hall and started talking to him. It was actually Skylar, and he said, Your voice is different. You sound different." It was after the event was all over, okay, on Saturday. I said, "I feel different." I find this one was a lot of heart, and truthfully felt like I was with a family again. This one felt good, but I will tell you my biggest breakthrough, Brandon, you ready for this? After the event, I can't speak enough about the event, but the Freedom 5, that time we had with you, with Tyler, corporate, Jake was priceless. It really was. I was thinking about that today. What was it, 2 hours together? And it was, um, I'm so grateful that I worked and I got my Freedom 5. And I want to go help those five bring their five because you can't miss that quality time with those quality people. So yeah, it was a huge breakthrough for me. I feel so good right now coming back from this event because I lead with my heart, and that's what I felt the entire time.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Sure.
Um, and I know, Holly Tomic, could you share a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. I agree with Tori so much. I think one of my biggest takeaways, there were so many, but was the alignment right now. I thought in the last one in Dallas, I thought the messaging was pretty clear and pretty cohesive, but this was next level. I mean, like everyone that came up to me was talking about the event and kept saying how clear the messaging was, how in alignment it was. Like, and it almost to the point that those of us that were presenting were like, wait, I'm going to repeat what you just said. And we're like, but that's okay because that's the message that we're getting out. And then the other two things, one is the timing. It's always been a good time to be part of the company, like always. There's never been a bad time to join LifeVantage. But you guys, right now, I just feel like it is just it's just you can feel it, and it just keeps growing. To like get those business partners because like I got goosebumps right now even talking about it. Like it is such an exciting time to be inviting people into this, and it can just change their lives. And then the last thing was I was reminded of. And I shared this a little bit, I think, in our TBC meeting afterwards on Saturday, was the community, like Tori said, it's you can't really put it into words. I love you guys saying it's like family. Jen, I love what you shared. That was so great. We loved having you there. But I already know this, but being there this last time, the amount of people that come up and just hug you and support you and the presidentials that will help you and you can stop them and ask them questions and crossline and everybody just pours into everybody. And that is just, I don't know another community in the world like what we have. I just don't. And so it just, you like Amber and Jared, you come home, you're on fire because you want everyone to be part of it. Everyone. I can't stop talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, you guys, Holly, who just spoke, was on stage in front of thousands of people, and you crushed it, Holly. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Um, all blinged up with your dress all shine. I almost had to put some sunglasses on from the light shining off your dress. It was
Not what
awesome.
I'd wear in the barn. Not what I'd wear in the barn, right? So I can clean up every now and then.
It was good. It was good. It was good. Lastly, I would like for Sandy Tuggle, if you could, I'd love for you to share a little bit of your thoughts from the event.
Yeah, I would love to. I echo everything Holly and Tori said. And I just have one thing to add about just like the gratitude I have for corporate. They've just been amazing all along, but what they did for Lily was just so cool in this last 12 months. They let her in on the secret early that orange cream was coming back. We kept in touch over this whole time. They sent her a package, they wanted videos, and then they put her, they recognized her on stage. And I've worked with, I don't know, probably 50 vendors in my, other career. I don't think any of them ever would have done what LifeVantage has done in that regard of just being so great to a little girl. So I have a huge shout out for corporate with that. And I just love the intimate setting of this event and I'm raring to go.
Awesome. You guys, Lily's her daughter and very much responsible for this uproar of bringing back a flavor of Axio, orange cream. She literally put this petition together. And how many signatures did she get, Sandy?
She had like 18 pages from Global.
She just went around, she's like, I'm putting together a petition to get orange cream back. And just,
Yeah.
it was fantastic.
And
So
it launches on the website tomorrow. So promote, promote.
there you go. Go get your orange cream if you haven't had it before. All right. So let's wrap this up with a story. You heard a little bit from them earlier, Jared Dawson. So, Jared, I'd love for you to come on and let's talk through your activation story or maybe just one of your activation stories. Would you share with us a little bit?
Yeah. Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you. So, yeah, the story, thanks for mentioning it. Give me a little bit of guidelines because I can go all over the place with my activation story. I appreciate the opportunity to
I'll reel
share.
you in, buddy. I'll reel you in. If you start getting off, I'll reel you back in.
Well, I'm on fire. So, it's been an amazing journey, but to go back to the beginning for me, after it all started out with Axio for me, but Amber and I started taking product, actually activators, together about the same time, and her story, which I think many of you have heard, but along the way, while she was experiencing what she was experiencing, I was kind of in the background, and I, I was in my early 40s, entering into my mid 40s, and I was looking for something. I was looking for something to turn this thing back on, and once I got consistent with the Pro Tandem, and I'm a tri-synergizer guy. Man, everything just started firing. It was a little bit of a slower crawl for me, but I mean, within months, the energies. I had some blood work um, just before COVID, and my doc was going to put me on, couple different things for blood pressure, for cholesterol. I had some. I was kind of borderline hypertension, but. I think the big part, the story that I want to share for me is once I got consistent with activation, all of those worries and concerns. When I went back and I gave blood work a couple of years later, I remember I had a follow-up visit. It went really fast. My doctor was busy that day, but later on, I got a text from him from his personal cell phone, and he had asked if I would come back in the next day or two when I had time. And so I scheduled something with him, and I was like, oh shoot, he's got, he's going to have something he wants to talk to me about that he didn't like on my blood work. And actually, he was very impressed. The numbers, everything had moved and navigated into a really good position. He told me his actual comments were that he would have to go somewhere in his charts and find blood work that of like a 12-year-old to find something that was comparable. And he asked me what I was doing. Of course, I wanted to tell him all about it, but that didn't go too far. But it didn't matter. He looked me right in the eye and he says, "Whatever you're doing, just keep doing that." So I turned around some really good blood work. The blood doesn't lie. We all hear that when we watch and pay attention to some of the videos and stuff that share, it's been amazing. But I've I'm going into my 50s now, and I've entered into my 50s way better than I entered into my 40s. I was going a direction, and now I'm going another direction.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about it is when you're feeling better, in my experience, when people are feeling better, that pours into the rest of their life. It pours into their relationships, their work, just everything. Activation has affected nearly every area of my life in a positive, forward, uphill motion.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's the kind of stuff you want to hear from your doctor. I can kind of relate when you're like a doctor calls you and you're like, "Hey, you need to come back into the office." It's kind of like, "Oh boy, it's so bad he has to tell me in person." So that's awesome.
And it just the consistency, I'm just blown away. It just keeps getting better.
Yeah, it will. It will. It has, but we had a partner once that explained it this way, kind of like a cascading effect. She used, I don't have a very big vocabulary, guys. I'm not a scholar by any stretch of the imagination. Just hang around me for a little bit. But when I hear a cool word, I try to remember it. Cascading. And so as things start to improve and get better, your body will move on to the next thing. Oxidative stress, when you start to lower oxidative stress, it will help your body deal with the areas that are affected most. And then it goes to the next one that's affected most, and the next, and the next. So, what a great story. And having a doctor see that is absolutely phenomenal. So, thanks for sharing that tonight. Here's what I want to leave you guys with tonight. We are going to be giving you more and more opportunities to build your business. And I'm going to be kicking it off this Wednesday night at 7:15 Eastern. Okay. Now it's a weird start time. I know we normally do these on the 30-minute, intervals. But there's some calls and commitments that I don't want to mess up later. This thing will be 30 minutes or less, somewhere in that 25-minute neighborhood. It will be a slide presentation that probably most of you have not seen. Maybe a few have seen it because I've already got the deck out to a few of our leaders that are presenting. If you guys want to present, just ask your team. We will get you that slide deck. And we have already done one training on how to use the deck because you want to individualize the deck a little bit, use some of your images and whatnot. Nevertheless, if you are ready to level up your game here, bring some people to my Zoom this Wednesday at 7:15. There will be a digital graphic that we will put out to everyone tomorrow. I don't have the Zoom link right here with me, but nevertheless, mark your calendar, 7:15 Eastern on Wednesday. And let me be clear, this will be a opportunity overview. Okay. This is where you bring people that are looking for some financial relief. These are where you bring people who are fed up with being fed up. Okay. We will absolutely talk about the products. You have to talk about the science in order to explain the significance of the opportunity. I will probably spend 5 to 7 or 8 minutes talking about the discovery of NRF2 and how we got to where we are today with the proof and the studies and the science. And yes, okay, we will do that. However, we are going to hit this thing head on at the beginning with a strong financial message. We will show them how this company and partnering with us in this company gives anyone the ability to earn some extra money and potentially much more than extra money, depending on how they want to apply their abilities and skills to this opportunity. So I'm looking forward to it. I think you guys will like the deck. We have added some common sense images in there to kind of simplify things. Bring your people. Let me work for you this Wednesday at 7:15. I've done one or two of these presentations before, so it should be pretty good if I have to say so myself. So bring your people. We're gonna do a really good job there. And listen, next Monday, if you are a guest that is here, bring somebody else with you. There's no limit. I've bumped the Zoom account up. We can put a lot of people in the Zoom account. So bring your people here. Let them see what this community is about. And if you think tonight was just like, oh, they were just, putting on a show tonight, show up next week. Challenge us and see if it was just a show once. See if you get just these dull people here on Monday night. You're going to find out that this community of people is a community that you want to be around. I always say that when you fall on hard times, not if, but when you fall on hard times, would it be better to know more people or less people? Like if you lose your job, would it be good to know 5 people or 500? What might be the fastest way to your second job? If you get a flat tire, would it be good to know 5 people in town or 500 people in town? Okay. Your best friend is your network. Expand it. Come join us every Monday night. We will teach you how to expand your network. And as you expand your network, you get more friends, more fun stories to tell, and you're probably going to get a commission check rolling on the 15th of every month by doing that, you guys. So thank you guys for being here. We will see you next month. We will see you Wednesday at 7:15, and then we'll see you back here next Monday at 8:30 Eastern. You guys have a great night. Bye.